Hi guys, it's Majesty Ibianga here with the Financial Drive-Thru, and it is good to be back. Today we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency exchanges, and I particularly like this subject because a very common question I get asked is, how do you buy and sell Bitcoin? How do you get started in cryptocurrencies? And how do you even get money back in your account? Because at the end of the day, you are trading cryptocurrencies to make a profit, to make money that you can use every day. And not everybody accepts crypto. We know that, okay? So we're going to be focusing on the Luno Exchange today. And so I'll be showing you a full overview of their platform, how it all looks, how you can buy and sell different types of cryptocurrencies on that platform. I will talk about limit orders, the fees associated with different exchanges, and how to stay safe ultimately. Okay, now it's very good to point out at this point that pretty much everything that we talk about today is applicable on a wide variety of exchanges. Pretty much every crypto exchange has kind of the same layout. So even if you don't already use Luno, you'd be able to, still work with the knowledge that we have to share today. Now, I understand not everyone watching this is a beginner, so I'm going to put timestamps at the bottom of the screen. And so feel free to just skip through to the areas that actually matter to you. If there's anything in particular you want to learn, you can just skip right through there, okay? We're not going to waste your time here. So, that said, if you are interested in this kind of content, you know what I want you to do. Smash that like button right now. Hit the subscribe button so you join the Drive-Thru family. And be sure to also catch that little notification bell, because you want to also get notified whenever I drop a video. And that said, let's drive through. So to get started, we'll take our first look at the Luno Exchange. This is luno.com. And once you come to the site, the first thing you can see the price of Bitcoin. And because I'm in Canada, it's also showing me the amount in Canadian dollars. There are also a couple of tabs here, the features, the wallet, the exchange. I'm not signed in yet, so I have either the sign in option or the sign up option if I'm a new customer. Now, you can see at a glance that you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin, and I know for a fact that Bitcoin Cash is also among. These are some of the cryptocurrencies that you can actually buy and sell on this platform. Now, to the seasoned trader, this might seem like a very slim selection, but honestly, I find that this is one of the things I like about the Luno Exchange. I think that Luno is best suited to people who are just getting started in the cryptocurrency space. So they're not going to get overwhelmed by a wide variety of altcoins as you would see on Binance and other, cryptocurrency exchanges like that. Sure, that might seem like it limits your options, but again, because of the way you can transfer funds around different platforms and wallets, that shouldn't really be a problem at all. I actually think this simplifies things a lot. Now, Luno has over 5 million customers and they've processed over $14 billion in transactions and trades. And they are available in over 40 countries. We're going to be taking a look at some of these countries when we're discussing the different fees and things to expect. Now here you see that Luno helps you buy these cryptocurrencies in 3 easy steps. The first step is to sign up on the platform. You can do that either on the web or on iOS Apple devices or on Android devices as well. And just so you know, you can easily download the app to your phone from either the Apple App Store or Google Play if you use an Android device. Now the next step is to deposit your money. So you choose a preferred payment method, either your bank or a credit card, and either way you fund your wallet, it's good. The last step is to actually buy crypto, and this is kind of how you get started. So all the people who've been asking how to buy and all this, these are just the 3 steps that you need to follow. So not to focus too much on just this, let's actually take a look at the features, okay? The app allows fast deposits and withdrawals, and I'll probably test one out on camera just so you can see how quick this whole thing is. And you can also buy crypto on a schedule, so you can set up a repeat buy and automate your crypto investments. That's something I've seen different platforms are trying to get into, because sometimes you don't have the time to just get out there and monitor the markets and make a profit, but you want to scale in. You could set automated payments, and that way you still stay in the market, you still stay on top, and you're still very active in the space. Now, the new interesting feature that I like about this is rather than just holding your money, you can actually put it in a BTC savings wallet and earn up to 4% interest on your Bitcoin. Now, there are no fixed terms. This is something I like. So pretty much, as long as you just keep your money in there, it's just going to be growing, right? There'll be a calculation to make sure you're getting 4% per annum. So this isn't just going to be 4% in a week, it's the whole year. It adds up to 4% of the total cost in your wallet. but all you need to do is just set it up and simply move from one wallet to another. The platform also offers ways to securely store your funds, and I'll be talking about that in more detail as well. Luno stores 95% of their crypto in a deep freeze multi-signature wallet. It's always a good thing when an exchange uses multi-signature wallets to hold the funds, because it means that no one person ever has all the control over all the cryptocurrency that's deposited on that platform. So you're going to need multiple people to actually put in codes just to be able to make a withdrawal at any given time. This counts for accountability and also make sure that you have some peace of mind when you're home. Now you can send and receive with no fees. So basically, if you've got a friend or family member with a Luno account, you can transfer money to them and have no charges put on top of that. There's also the news portal and the blog where you can discover the world of cryptocurrencies and stay up to date with the information that's happening. And you can also set up price alerts so you stay ahead of the markets in case you've been targeting a certain trade and you want to make sure you're notified when that happens. Luno helps you do that as well. And then the last feature we'll be looking at is the fact that you can trade on the go on your mobile phone. Personally, I prefer doing my trades on the web. I like the bigger picture. I know phones are very capable these days, yes, but that's just me. But it's good to know you can do it either way. So now I have logged into my Luno portal, and this is the page that you see at first up front. And first things you see here, you see the price of Bitcoin in your local currency. I set up my account with Luno Nigeria, and so my currency here is shown in Nigerian Naira, okay? And this is 9.138 million for 1 Bitcoin. You can also see a chart here that shows you the market movements, either daily, weekly, monthly, over a 6-month span, over a year, and all time. All right, and so you have a pretty, I would say, a very simple look at everything that's going on. You can see different currencies here, and if you want to do a quick buy, you can do a quick buy on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Ripple, on Bitcoin Cash, and on Litecoin. And each time we switch the coins, you can see the chart changes just to match the coin that we are now looking at. This is pretty much the all-time view of each of these coins right now. Now, it's very, very simple. You can specify just exactly how much you want to buy. They have the default amounts, 5,000 Naira, 10,000 Naira, and then if you wanted to do something else. So if, for example, I wanted to buy 25,000 Naira worth of Bitcoin, as I'm typing that in, you can see the BTC amount is auto-populated as well, just so you know the exact amount of coins that you're trying to get and what it's going to take. Now, earlier on, we talked about the BTC savings wallet that still pops up at the bottom of the screen over here. So if you're interested in that and, for example, you aren't using your Bitcoin at this particular time, I see no reason why you wouldn't put that in a BTC savings wallet just so you can keep growing your portfolio. Because at the end of the day, the whole point of trading, the whole point of Forex trading, to my understanding, is really to make money. So you're trying to make profits and you're trying to keep growing your portfolio. You want to keep increasing that. That's a good way to do it. So we're going to do something interesting on this. I'm going to try and buy Ripple. I've actually never bought Ripple on Luno before. So I want to say 4,500 Naira worth of Ripple, and that's going to give me 16.3 XRP. So if I'm buying this, because it's the first time, I have to create a wallet. And so it wants to know how I want to pay for this. So I want to use my Nigerian wallet, so my fiat wallet first to make this purchase, because I don't have cryptocurrencies in any of the other ones. But then because I don't have any money in that, I have to top up my wallet first. So it takes me to this screen. How would you like to add money to your Luno wallet? And this is to your fiat wallet. You can either do a bank transfer with Flutterwave, or a debit or credit card with PayU, or an instant transfer with Paystack. And we can mix and match and see what the fees are on each of these, right? So if I click on this and I say the same 4,500 that I wanted to put in here, I'm going to be paying a fee of 300 Naira. So I'm going to go back first, and you can check here if we do the same amount. With PayU, I'm going to have a fee of 71 Naira, so that's much better. And then I could also do an instant transfer with Paystack. And here my fee is 58 Naira. So I get to be transferred to the Paystack's payment portal if I do this. But yeah, I actually do like the idea of 58 Naira as opposed to all the rest. So I'm going to continue to paste that. And I'm going to be using GTB. So Guarantee Trust Bank is the bank that I want to use in this case. And so, Pay with Bank is not available at this time. See, stuff like this can happen, I guess. Okay, so because I had issues doing that, I'm going to be trying to do this with PayU. And I believe, yes, we saw the fee was 71 Naira. So that's not terrible. And so I'll go ahead with that one. So it moves me straight over to the portal where I have to put in all my banking information. So I'll stop the video right here, put that in, and then I'll resume in a second, okay? And it says my transaction was successful. So I'm gonna hit continue. And this immediately takes me back to the Luno platform. And let's see what happens next. Mission success. So my deposit was successful and now it wants me to buy. So I'm gonna click done here first because I just want that in my wallet. So if we go over to my wallet, we can see my combined wallet value, and you can see what I just sent here, 4,500. And yeah, so now in case we wanted to do a buy here, a quick buy for Ripple again, if we're going for the same 4,500. Now, because of the price changes, Ripple is now at, if I'm buying this amount, I'm going to be getting 16.1 Ripple. And so for the purpose of this video, we'll be going ahead with that. And now we're using my Nigerian wallet, my fiat wallet, to do this, and you can set the frequency. So you can set it to make these purchases either daily, weekly, or monthly. And this is all with the instant buy feature. This is all with the simple buy feature. We haven't even taken a look at the exchange yet. So you can see there are many levels to this thing. So I'm just doing a one-off, and we're going with that. And here, they're going to show you exactly how much Ripple you're going to receive, and that's because there's a service charge. So in case you're wondering about the service charge, you can click on that, and there's an explanation that comes out. It includes our risk of a price change between when you enter the amount you want to buy and when you confirm. So Luno is taking this charge just to balance things out, because sometimes while you're even clicking to make that purchase, the market is changing. A lot of stuff is going to be happening. Luno takes this service charge in cryptocurrencies, which is calculated from the amount you want to buy. So I'm okay with that, and I'm just going to confirm. Now, if you notice, that charge was 2% of the entire trade, and I'll be taking you over to the exchange to show you how you can avoid paying that kind of fee. You get to pay that 2% charge if you're doing an instant buy or sell. So now that I've made that purchase, you can see that I now have a Ripple balance of 15.867. And that's in here amongst my other wallets. And so if we're looking at, let's say the Bitcoin wallet, for example, you see you can buy, sell, send, and receive. You can see the same thing for Bitcoin Cash. So pretty much all the currencies that are listed here, you can buy, sell, send them to people, or receive. The next tab I want us to take a look at is the rewards tab. Luno basically is a growing platform, and they want you to basically be able to invite people in, and so everybody gets an invite code where you can invite a friend. And the benefits of that are you get 250 Naira worth of Bitcoin for both you and your friends. So it's a one-time thing. Each time someone uses your code, they get 250 Naira worth of Bitcoin, and you who gave them the code also gets 250 Naira worth of Bitcoin. So at this point, this is my code here, that's G5KH6. I'm also going to drop that in the comment section as well. So if you wanted to get started with Luno, I'd really appreciate it if you use my code, because it also helps support the channel, and it's a good way for you to get started with some Bitcoin in your account. You can also get some codes, some promo codes. If you were to attend like Luno events, you could get promo codes that give you extra Bitcoin or give you discounts on purchases. It varies, right? But if you were to attend all those, you'd also see I'm wearing a Luno shirt right now. Now, this I got one time in Lagos when I attended one of the Luno conferences. And that's one of the ways you can also get some merchandise as well as these promo codes. So I definitely encourage you to also, sign up and get the email alert so you know when Luno is having an event in your area, and you may be able to get some of these promo codes and get some discounts and some benefits on your account. Okay, also at the start of the video we mentioned that you can get price alerts. So if I wanted to set up price alerts for when Bitcoin hits 20,000, for example, I can create an alert for that, and that would be You can set it up to be once every time it hits that price, because obviously we know the prices go up and they come down. So you can say every time it hits this certain price, I want to be notified. Okay, so let's go over to the exchange, which is where the main juice is going to happen. And I'll show you exactly how we can make these trades and how we can stay profitable in the space. So this is what the new Luno Exchange looks like. They actually revamped it, and I have to say it looks really, really nice. It looks much better than it did before. And so over here we can see a bunch of different things. There are a couple tabs on the left side where you can see trades. You can look at the different markets. Now, the good part about seeing these markets is because it tells you one thing at a glance. Luno lets you trade all these currencies with your local currency, right? All these cryptocurrencies, sorry, with your local currency. So if I wanted to do a trade for Bitcoin to Naira and get that straight into my Nigerian bank account, I can do that. If I wanted to do that with British pounds and put it in a British bank, I can do that right away. And so it shows you all the different prices, the 24-hour average, all the changes in the price for Bitcoin, 24-hour volume, the highs, the lows. You can also see all your past orders. If you have any past trades and any activity on your account, you can get to check that in the order section. But the one I particularly like is the Insights tab. Now, the Insights show you everything about one particular coin at a glance. So you see how much people are holding. You see the concentration of people who are holding that. You see the price correlation with Bitcoin if you aren't looking at Bitcoin. So for example, let's put this on Litecoin. So at this glance, you can see how many people are making money at what prices, the holders composition by time held, transactions greater than $100,000 and how long that has gone on for. Telegram members, you can see the demographics. So are they in the West, are they in the East? And then you can also tell whether people are mostly bearish, whether they're neutral or bullish. So all these factors are different things that I would say you want to take a look at when you're thinking about what coins to buy and what coins to sell. And Luno makes that so easy at a glance. Yes, it might take some time for you to dive in and see what all this means, but they also have this link, this clickable link, where you can dive deeper into a particular coin. So it opens up a whole new page. You can set that up as a widget as well, and this shows you everything about Litecoin, you know, the financials, how the network works, talks about the ownership, all the various exchanges that you can handle Litecoin on. The information is there at your fingertips. You just have to take charge and figure it out. So let's go back to the exchange. Then you also get to see here the trading chart. So you can choose to analyze the charts. This chart right now is showing BTC NGN from TradingView. Now, TradingView is a platform that I like to use to... Okay, I gotta reload this for a second. But TradingView is a platform I like to use to do my trade analysis. I like the big full point of view, and over here you can see this is the Bitcoin to the US dollar. So I was viewing this on a 1 hour chart for some reason. I don't really like 1 hour chart trades, but let's just get back in here. Okay, so you can see I have these green lines, my support and resistance lines. Those are all the areas where price action is happening a lot. And so, for example, I'm going to put a new one right here, because if you can see, the price of Bitcoin always comes down here, respects the support and goes back up, meets some resistance up at this point right here, where I just put that new line, and then bounces back. And so Bitcoin has been ranging, the Bitcoin US dollar chart, for example, has been ranging for some time now. And so I can expect that if it respects support again, price is actually going to go up to the $19,457 range. And so if I were to make a trade right now for BTC USD, I would want to do a buy at this point, and I could set a limit order to sell when it comes all the way up to this price, because I'll be expecting this range to possibly continue, because there isn't much action going on in the market right now. I just think there's a lot of indecision. and people are doing all that. So if I wanted to make a buy, I could buy somewhere right here. This seems like it'll be a decent point to get some Bitcoin for a short-term deal. And then my hope would be to probably sell again at this point so that I make profits going up and profits going down. So you can see this is right here, but if you went all the way back to the exchange, it's pretty much the same information if I was looking at the same coin. Right now I'm looking at BTC and NGN here. Now, while Luno does not have a BTC USD pair, if I were to be on TradingView, I could actually go to BTC NGN and do my analysis, from here, okay? And I could also, if I were to zoom out at a glance, I can already see over here. So I expect that there's going to be some action on this side. I expect that the price would probably revert and pull me up somewhere, around here. Do your analysis really either from this side, or like I said, I prefer to use TradingView. The other thing to look at here is the order book, okay? Now everything in red is the list of all the people who are trying to sell, and everything in green is people who are looking to buy. So these guys have already placed orders in the book, and here this is where we get to talk about makers and takers. The key to staying profitable, first of all, is to always be the one making trades. Whenever you make a trade, it gets outed to the order book. So at the very bottom here, that is the lowest price someone is willing to sell at. And then at the top of the green, you see the highest price someone is willing to buy at. Okay, so if you see in the buy side, the price kind of goes down, and in the sell side, the price goes up. Now in the middle, there's just the spread. Now the spread is the difference between the sell price and the buy price. Okay, that's really just what it is. So I understand the whole point of the order book can be very confusing to some people, so I want to explain exactly what it is and how it works. So I'll use the concept of Black Friday shopping, for example. Everybody is piling up at a store to buy something. Okay, it could be, in this case, we're talking about cryptocurrencies, but honestly, it could be the PlayStation 5. Okay, everybody wants to get their hands on it, and so they all clamor at the door. And the door in this case, for example, is going to be the exchange, the store where they're buying stuff from. Now, everybody clamors in and everybody rushes in and they grab all the ones off the shelf. And obviously not everybody is going to buy. So now you have some people who have the asset that you want, and then you have a lot of people who do not have those assets. So if we were to look at the exchange, you come to the exchange and you find out that there's a lot of liquidity already in the markets. People already own the coins and they want to sell them, or people have the money and they want to buy. So back to the explanation I'm trying to give now. If all the people who bought those PS5s decided that they wanted to start to sell, they would all have different prices that they're willing to sell it at. Okay, either way, they believe they may or may not be making a profit. And so depending on what they want to do. So if someone bought it at $500, for example, and he wants to sell it at $800, he's going to place a sell limit order. He's not just going to do a market sell, because he's not trying to sell it at the same price that he got it. So he wants to put in a sell order for what he just got, and he wants to sell when the price reaches 800. Someone else in that list could say, hey, I'm going to sell mine for 550, and another person could say, I'm going to sell mine at 700. So what happens in the order book is that all those sales get lined up, okay, on the red side, everybody who's trying to sell. So we have the guy who's selling at 550, we have the person who's selling at 700, and we have the person who's selling at 800. And so the person with the lowest price obviously is the person who's going to sell his PS5 first. So he gets pulled down to, the very first order on the list. So everybody who wants to buy at that price is going to buy from him. He's usually going to be giving you the best price. And then the other people who know why they decided to wait till, say, 700 or 800 because they want to make a profit are going to just still be in the market waiting for their orders to get fulfilled. Now what happens is there's always demand and supply, so you don't need to worry about your order being stuck in the market for too long. Most of the time the market is actually still moving with you, and so your trades will get filled. So eventually, after all the $550 PS5s are sold out, you find that you can now see the next best price, which is 700, and everybody starts to buy from that one. So what happens in the order book, and I'll show you here, is you can see the amounts of Bitcoin that are in each price point. So for the person who wants to sell at 9.138997, we can see that there's currently 0.0190. Well, the number will keep changing as orders get fulfilled. But what this is, it shows you the total amount of money that is set up at that price range. Now, same thing goes for the buyers. The people who are buying at a certain price, you can see the total amount of money that has been put into the pool to, buy Bitcoin at that price. And so on and so forth, it goes and it keeps increasing. I would say don't think too much about this. If you know exactly what price you want to buy or sell at, that kind of makes your life a lot easier. Okay, so for example, if I just bought Bitcoin and I bought Bitcoin at 9.13400, so this price right here. Now, if I want to sell and I want to guarantee that I'm making a profit, I'm not going to sell it at the same price. I'm going to set up a sell order and I'm going to put at maybe 9.14. So this way I can go about my business, I can go to bed, I can do anything. And I know that once someone is willing to buy my Bitcoin at that price, my order is going to get fulfilled. Now, once that order gets fulfilled, I have simply just made a profit because I bought at a lower price and I sold at a higher price. So that difference is my profit. I can do whatever I want with it. So the fun part about being profitable in trades is always being a maker. You want to make an order, you don't want to buy at the market price. So here you can see if I wanted to do a market price, you just see best available price and you just put in the amount that you're going to spend, and this way you can buy Bitcoin at the actual spot price. For this video, I had bought XRP, so I've moved off of the I've moved on. I went to the markets and I selected XRP here, and I want to see if I can make back some more Naira in this deal. So I've bought XRP, and remember I paid a 2% fee when I was doing that. And you'll see over here on this side in the buy sell portion, there's a fee marked here, so you get to see exactly how much you're going to be charged. I want to put a sell order and see if I can actually make back more than the 4,500 Naira that I spent when I was buying that. So I'm going to come over to the XRP NGN order pair. And looking at the charts here, I can see XRP had just plummeted in price and it looks like it's trying to build up again. So if I want to sell my XRP, it makes sense that I want to sell my XRP at a higher price than the price that I bought it at, okay? So I'm going to set a limit order, right? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to push this because I'm not in a hurry. I'm going to set this at 295, okay? And so what I'm really doing is I want to sell all my Ripple. What this really means is that I want to sell all the Ripple I have in this account when the price hits 295. So I'm expecting, what this means is that I anticipate that the price of Ripple is going to go up at some point. And I anticipate that the price of Ripple is going to reach 295 from some technical analysis that I've done, which honestly I haven't really done. I'm just doing this in front of you. And so what this is my sale is not going to happen until such a time that Ripple Ripple hits the 295 mark. Now the last thing that I want to do is I'm also going to put a post only order check here. And what a post only order does is that it really just ensures that you don't have to pay a taker fee. So I'm ensuring here that I'm making this sale and that nothing is going to happen until the price reaches 295. You know what? I've changed my mind. So I'm going to go for 350 Naira. So I want this to sell when the price of one Ripple gets to 350. And what this actually does is my sale total is going to come to 5,250. So that's a definite profit from the 4,500 that I had to put down. And so I'm going to put that post only order because the post only order ensures that I won't have to pay any fees. And the order will just be added to the order book if it does not match a pre-existing order. So it will be canceled if that happens. And so I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to say sell XRP. So what it then tells me is that I'm placing an order to sell XRP at 350 Naira for one XRP. And I'm like, yes, sell order. And what happens then is that shows as a limit order, okay, as a limit order for 350 for the amounts that I have here. Now, you can also, in some cases, choose to set a stop limit. Stop limits are basically ways for you to keep your money safer, okay? So here in the trade I just did, you saw I didn't put a stop on that because I'm a bit indifferent about this trade. It's a small amount, it's something I can play around with. But then if, for example, I am banking on the price of Ripple going up and the price keeps on going down, I would need to have a stop price, like a stop limit where I'm like, look, pull me out of this trade right now. I can't take any more risks. I can't take any more of that action. And so once you set that stop price, you get pulled immediately out of the market once it hits that target. Okay, so limit orders are just the best way for you to avoid paying fees on trades that you make. And I could easily have done that with my NGN wallet. So if I was buying, for example, you see here it changes to my fiat wallet. So if I hadn't bought at that 2% price, I'd be getting a better deal by making my purchase here from my NGN wallet directly. These are things that I want you to always think about when you're on the trade. You can also see the recent trades that have taken place on the platform as well. And they show you 24-hour volume as well. And these are actually in chronological order, so it's all time stamped. They show you the amounts and it's changing every time. So what we've done right now is we've taken a look at the exchange. I've set up a trade that honestly is not going to take effect anytime soon. Well, it may, because this is cryptocurrency and there's a lot of volatility in the market. But I chose something that was far ahead of the price right now, so I don't expect it to be a sudden change. It will be very interesting if I am able to make that profit while this video is still continuing, but we shall see. Things to understand here that we've talked about today. We've talked about limit orders, and you just want to think about it in reverse for a buy, because in that case you're looking at it from a higher point and you're saying you want to buy when the price drops down to a lower point. In the case we did here, again, I'll say it one more time, it was a sell limit order where I was saying sell if the price should get to a higher point. Okay, that's just the real understanding that we have to have about limit orders. Now, I talked about the various fees, and fees are, to me, the one deciding factor about one exchange or the other. You want to know what the fees are going to be if you're going to be using this exchange, and that kind of determines whether or not it is going to be profitable for you to do large trades on that exchange. Now, I find Luno is quite fair with their fees. And here you can see a list of all the different countries that they deal with. So we have Australia, we have a bunch of countries in Europe, we have Indonesia, Malaysia, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, Uganda, United Kingdom, and Zambia. All these countries listed here can actually trade with Luno with their fiat wallet. So you can basically liquidate your cryptocurrencies and move that money to your bank, to your local bank. And you can withdraw that as cash that you can use in your everyday needs. If you're in any one of these countries right now, you can definitely handle that on Luno. And so here you can see the different features. Each country, so Austria, they can do it with their debit cards or SEPA transfer. Croatia, Cyprus, Denmark, France, Greece. There's so much. And I'm going to put links to all of this in the details section of the video, so definitely check that out. And so you have different fees for when you're sending cryptocurrencies, and that varies based on the country that you're in. So if you're sending Bitcoin to a Bitcoin address, the fee will be a dynamic one based on what's happening with the network at any given time. Same thing with Bitcoin Cash. And then if you're sending Ripple, there's a 0.03% fee if you're sending it to a Ripple address. So everything is different, and you need to check and see what works for you. I find that this is one way to actually decide on one exchange rather than the other, because the fees are pretty crazy on some exchanges. I used to use HitBTC for a while, but HitBTC really did hit me with a lot of crazy transaction fees, and I just had to stop that. So that, again, I can't stress how much fees matter. If you're just doing it as a one-off, it may not bother you too much, but if you know that you're actively going to be dealing with different platforms, this is something you should pay attention to. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is crypto security. Now, if you've been watching my channel for some time, you know that I stress and keep stressing the need to be safe in crypto, because I've actually been hacked before. I've lost money in this space, and it's not pretty. It's not, it's very painful, especially when the market is booming and you see that you could have made so much more profit than what you have right now because, your money got robbed. And so Luno has taken a lot of steps to make sure that your money is safe. So they also have put out information that they want you to pay attention to, just so that you can help them keep you safe. Okay, so you need to avoid like phishing emails and websites and the phone scams, and then all the issues with malware and identity theft. They've given you measures that you should take. So you want to have a strong password. You want to make sure you enable two-factor authentication at all times. Protect your email account. Don't share sensitive information. So like even when I was logging into this on this video, I actually took, basically paused the video at that point just so that I wasn't putting out sensitive information. Check the URLs. This is super important because a lot of these scammers are going to make similar websites just so you can, to make mistakes and put in your information for them to use it. And they've also given information on what to do if your account has been compromised. And the company also has some principles as well. I'm going to link all this stuff because I believe that it's important that if you use Luno, you should feel safe, and you should also understand why you're choosing Luno as an exchange. Okay, and that's what we have to talk about Luno today. If you like this kind of content, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. If you're interested in getting started in cryptocurrencies and you want to find out what to do, I've put some links in the details section and the comments. Also drop some questions. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you out. And be sure to catch these videos that I'm popping up on the screen because they'll be able to help you get started in crypto space. That's it. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.